More fire, more fire, more fire. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Salone. Good morning. Wake up, Salone. Wake up. Good morning, Salone. Good morning, West Africa. Good morning as a whole. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we go start this morning? Because me, I start me on. Well, you know, so they can blast, man. They can talk, say. Well, that good take them for them, man, and believe. 1 second, 1 second. 1 second. Big up once more, big up once more. They can blast you. Say Tasmo, come on, be pega. Tasmo, you don't knock you pega gin. And not be try, I not can drink, so I not can knock pega. Unless sometimes if me belly run or whatsoever. But this being said, Tino, don't try and go. When I see that man come on the market, you know, need for start this talk here, Salone crisis. Before we jump up another talk, what's go inside Nigeria. You know, once no small part of Salone crisis. When I don't make this political, I make a trend carefully. How to talk about this issue. I post a content, and when I see the feedbacks, them, you know, good morning to now we just join we, you know, neighboring countries there. We get crisis now Salone. You know, this will make beaucoup people unable to cook again. They're fearful, you know. The first question for all the politicians there, I want to know if we import what we call YABAS. Now a big question, would they import YABAS? A deeper importation list? Or now something where we they grow? I want to understand. Because this not be political. Because now Lunge we get the salt water YABAS. Now upline outside they can ground back, we get the normal YABAS. So then go talk say this year we not plant. I want to understand what they got, or if not import with the import to YABAS. Then if not import with the importer, I believe say maybe that make the price go up. We want to understand. Because anything where they import, you know, in price to go up probably. You know? YABAS now small one. Somebody say me YABAS and look big. You know, say sometimes camera can deceive people them. No make me camera deceive you, yeah? You know, why I take the picture of my phone be near the YABAS. I make it look big, you know, but it be small. 10,000 for one. You know? Up to now. Now this how they talk say any government where they control. The things that were important for alleviating struggles them, they go also they control. We can't to price control, government's not in control. When I don't repeat this once more. We can't to price control, government's not in control. Not talking back once more. We can't to price control, government's not in control. Now all man depa abuse. Now this na Salone. Now we regular things than this. You know? What's simple? All man now go to lie, all the market too money. Myself wa go buy me a bus now 500,000, 1 million. Nobody no go talk say I don't get sengo. But now what the price go up, I make myself change. Now this we call Jebu. All thing a Jebu na Salone. All things can become Jebu na Salone, not to just fail. When I think na fail, no more can become Jebu, eh? Lie by yourself. Government's not in control. Only thing say government stay in control. Let's tell you today. If we don't understand this, we don't sleep in Africa for the past 50 or 60 years. The only say government stay in control. Policeman, soldier man, the Ministry of Finance, for make sure say that they collect tax. I ain't done so. I don't think that they get in control. Because I don't think that they secure them. I don't think that they make them cack for me and you. I don't think that they make them eat. Without the Ministry of Finance or taxation and all the things there, and then security forces there, governments can care less. They can care less so about all else. But they go for support the police money. They go for support the soldier money. They need insecurity. They need to make sure they collect tax. But we can't say any other thing. We're not too concerned. They say education is a priority in a Salone. They want to prioritize education. Or they prioritize education. How picking go be educated at Salone this last week? If in Belen or flop, if in they eat what we call breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If all tina market's expensive. If a mama and papa no able feed her. Right now for cook no problem. They expect to pick for go land. They used to say una prioritize education. But you not get price control. You not get in control. You not control nothing. YABAS na import to the importer. We just want to. I don't even consider our plan and say I for write something for can talk to now. It's so natural that it's painful. Because me not gonna market. Yeah. You prioritize education. You don't prioritize health. You prioritize education. But you don't prioritize agriculture. What are the two things in this so what they advertise or what they campaign with? Agriculture and what's in? Education. Well, lapses. Major lapses. We'll talk about the so we don't become political. I see one pastor with one civilian, be they arguing on my page. But the pastor, they talk in mind. The civilian say the pastor can't go political. About say YABAS a post. I smile but not make any comment. My page is very interactive. Part of what Tasmo can talk. Just come on my page and read comments them. If you don't want to listen to Tasmo, people don't get interesting things for say or comment. YABAS bear. Then we'll begin to wonder why make the white man or then colonial masters then get we on the chokehold. Because we're so lazy that YABAS bear the loss. Farmers know they gain. People don't they plant again. But now YABAS for who tete. They'll begin to complain say Africa will suffer. Poverty they high. But now we they create the poverty for ourselves. Basic YABAS we not get. What thing we people are used for do will be natural. Now all my long come out in a village, then at the city. Or nobody need a plant again. Or government say they create some things there, the structures them, for let agriculture become a paramount thing inside Salone. They be fruitful. They campaign with this. Then get a private farms them. Then rice farms them for their own private pockets them. Whatever they back them bluff we say that they do them for the nation. But whatever they for selling products and they are for their own private pocket. All and then are just to me that way for use incentive words then words then incentive words then for cajole you. I make I say incentive words them. If you learn book you go understand what I mean. But for their own private pockets, but then go see now for the nation. We don't make farm. We get farmers term. We don't buy machine them. But what's all the machine and they do? Or what's them they do since where you start on 5 years ago? Where they start on 5 years ago? APC na what's on left behind. All this and it affects you. Very sad for Mama Salone. So right now, if person gets 30,000 We plan and chop money for the day. Today need it. Yesterday no be it. Because not all man get half bag rest also like we. You know, alhamdulillah, me right now, me half bag rest. I not even church and Boku itself. Boku, it flopped it today. You know? But some people they go for the buy rest every day. They go for buy plasas or pepper, 8,000-10,000. You go for buy fish. Go for buy extra Maggi. Now YABAS, 10,000. And you know, now YABAS, now you can change the flavor up at the plasas. What I know, Sabi Kuku say, you don't need YABAS. Like Sarah Kali, make a clip on TikTok. See the people that use G-Blocks bar or eggplant. You know, you want to make fried soup because you want to make the gravy thick. Eggplants and etc. for make the gravy thick. It makes sense. But YABAS gets your own flavor. No minus some. And this what we can talk about. You know, good cook. But anyway, this is not funny. But they with that power, they're not going to feel out. Let's say if YABAS send you 200,000 for one, then they eat. That knocked back me Pega system, they cost me for this. Pega G now they knock this money if he money you, he left by you. I de pelele this morning. Like continue for pelele. I de pelele. I pass queer people and pa pelele. They pelele this morning. It's money. It's not can cost me. Or don't go buy her with a nakana. You know, join me for the saga. Allah Salone. Salone all lucky in this country. All lucky. I am sorry for we. Fear low that problem. What's in the market tomorrow can complain for the safe transportation? Anything at transportation. They say we go buy the tax free. Say they come back to go buy the transport heavy. So we can go for make money. Now they not go blame fear again. No. Now they say it don't lose. Well, we don't get different news. It don't lose, but now they say it don't appear, but just expensive. It don't appear, but it's just expensive. It disappear and appear, but expensive. Welcome to Salone. Una thank you, bo. Una na good leaders them. Una know una self, una who they talk to. We not even need for call a patron and represent or call una names them. We just to talk in general. Una know una self, but una clap for una self. As long as una they find money, not important. You know? For left a legacy, not too important. I understand una plight step. Because I not too important. I understand una grief step, you know? And I understand also una aims and objectives step. So I don't know too important. And not important for now. You know? Right now, so I never make plans for una picking. By the time power they done, all man for come on a Salone, go stay out. And life now for remain out. Maybe say he die. They start young generations there out. You know, no more being an African. It will be some of the lost generations there. When all go be the lost generations in the diaspora. Just don't go become lost. Not get any home again. When una back down die, when left una picking and they una born. Then back become lost. You know, become very lost. Become the lost generations there. They're not going to even know where home belong again. We ask them, say grandma, your papa, your people then come out. Some of them go say, I don't know. Some of them go say Liberia. Forget say that Salone people then come out. Some of them go say Ghana. Forget say that Salone people then come out. We get some Bakuna the diaspora, the lost generations them. We don't even know saying grandpa and papa and mama come out. Up to now, you know. As soon as I was picking the end up, they lost generations there. We're not too lost, bro. Well, now I need to think about the future. Well, I just to think about capital. What's in good benefits now? Selfishness and say what's in it take man to hell and greed. Now all get through. You know, too big eye. Too big guy. Way too big guy, you get nothing. You know? Too big guy, you get nothing. You ain't not big guy, you ain't free and sometimes you get small. You ain't give away and loose, now you get small. They say scared money don't make no money. Even though right now Charles don't scared small because I got to do something better for myself because this is not a plan. But chance I better make Allah to give me. Because scared money don't make no money. What I get at the spread and Philly. You know, I the give. I make Allah can always bless me back in the camp. Because I need a afraid for spender. We need a scared now for spender or for give. Or worry about tomorrow. Even though when I don't begin to make me think about tomorrow. But scared money don't make no money. I hope so you get the concept. And the concept tomorrow make you understand. You know? Some of you now, when they pass scared money business, they make you not come for thief. When I come for thief, anybody really paranoid too much about the future. They worry too much what I go for it 20 years from now. 30 years from now, 20 years not kite, so making a plan for 20 years, what I go for it. Then better you work correctly on how for it. You begin to illegal means there, on how for keep for 20 years from now. Scared money don't make no money. That money didn't last in your pocket. Didn't last in your pocket. As you come up past, so in within 2-3 years, all they done. Because your money is scary. Your money they afraid. Ooh, money how they play with, they afraid. Whether we work for now, not work for now, you ain't afraid. My money what they hold in my pocket, you ain't afraid. Go out left side, they go. They go doing work. Scare money don't make no money. Anyway, when I don't forget about this Salone issue, yeah, the money we all paying for ya. That day we're gonna market and not go buy you. I go there back second time. I go there 2 times. You know? The first time I go there, I not buy, I think I'm forced. I kind of house, I prepare, I think until I go back, I go buy. I don't be get choice, you know? If I be get choice, I don't be buy. You know, but if I don't prepare, me think I don't have it for cooker, you know? Scare money don't make no money. Anyway, inside Niger, for all the sanctions they don't put, they still feel like say they need for go inside Niger. You know, the Europeans, they don't sanction Niger. The main thing don't make this simple, yeah? The biggest interest inside Niger are uraniums, them. Now uraniums, them. You know, they think them for make the nuclear weapons, them. You know, France now, NATO now, all the European countries, most of them inside, you know, Niger. And they say that the closest route to Libya are the best way for feds, the Al-Shabaab them, Al-Qaeda them, all the terrorist groups them. It's not the best way for sit inside Niger because they link them to Libya and all the other countries them, you know. So I'm glad that, well, you know what say I'm glad because Jonta, at the end of the day, I just hope about this Pan-African movement. If it's about Pan-African movement, you know, Tasmo go align himself to that, you know. Maybe they always see eye to eye with the Ugandan president, you know. What they say Uganda, not to Uganda, I mean, pardon me, Kenya, Uganda, not to Kenya, Rwanda, pardon me, information but couldn't be. I just sleep with information, you know. Rwanda, then president, you know, saying back na militant. Today na militant, na he occupy the position as the president or the ruler of Rwanda. And they get conflict with the DRC. We don't know all this, you know. In regards relating to the Hutsis, then the Tutsis, them. Would I feel like say, you know, the DRC and then support what take place inside Rwanda. Rwanda back they feel like say that they counter or they go against the infidels they will belong inside DRC. About 29 still going so that we can get this to take place. Then Mali and you know, I forget this other country with Guinea. When I don't say Dumbuya know they play. Dumbuya na fearful junta force. But one to not understand, all them countries there, now countries there will be colonized by France. countries that were colonized by France. Now then they express them difficulties they are in the grips them or them holds them into the countries that will be colonized. Guinea we can say also na France. Niger na France, Mali na France, Chad mostly na France. Most of them countries are gonna be France. And France don't lose their grip. We can't them countries there. So then John Saturday, I tell us the only part rebel against France. They say we don't have France but for can control with the African system. It's about our time that we just learn from them. We empower ourselves and we let them loose. We get rid of them. France is not too important for can begin to smap now we head. And it makes sense. We don't have France system. Franconian system. We don't have the Franconian system. They're not too significant anymore. So now the same thing we got to do to the European system. So I want to make a guess before I close my session. The term countries that were colonized by the British system begin to start coup. We're not just not talking about the Pan-African movement. Right now about France. After France, it will start with the British system. Salone will be part of the mix. But it's not going to be now. So any side who say British be don't colonize, then get in grip, expect a coup day or a coup day one day. Because we need strong military personnel system for can't change the system within governance. And I hope say that you don't change, go be positive for liberate Africa. If not for liberate Africa, I know about this movement. But for liberate Africa, for fiscal good governance in within, the system for each country, where we go take over force, we control force, for teaching a sense, for drive them people there, for social women business, then we'll give them back power as civilian system. I will agree. Me, I not go dispute. I don't go dispute, so as long as I forget rid of them colonial masters there. So right now, the France never experienced to you. On to the next will be the British system. After that now, we will create create a major alliance now with China. The Chinese man need we. Our Chinese man want to map, we say they need we. For they get a real Chinese blood, you need an African. We get the Asians them. But for create Chinese, you need black. I want to make you understand history. We get what we call Asians them. But for create a Chinese man, you need a black man. You need that Asian and the black man for create a Chinese product. Now I make note for not to know what Chinese man can come in Africa for come marry the Africans they can go China. Not for not to know. If we create this mixture, forget the real Chinese blood. They need with the Africans and for create their race. If you understand history, you don't go dispute what they tell you. The African genes them powerful. Same thing the whites and they do. But then think say they don't need we. But if you see white man don't become tall today, they're huge. They transform. Now the African genes them. So we're powerful in so many ways there. We just need for creating impact within Africa. And history not go deny we. History not go deny we if we're ready for claim, history. History not go deny we. So big up to that again. Salone, I don't fix them crisis there. Don't make this political. I want to say good morning to Mrs. Lim as well. Good morning to you. I just put me eye for me my comments them. Good morning there. I truly appreciate this visit. Tasmo can feel good. What I can see. Major bloggers then can come for watch Tasmo also in the morning. My sister, I don't make it think say I can take this lightly or slightly. You don't make Tasmo in the morning as well, Mrs. Lim as well. We want to give a shout out to all the bloggers them. KTV now, Fantasia now, Casada now. Even the Christmas Adabayo now. We not go to him. We go abandon now, but we not go to him. We not go to him. As long as that's civilian, we not go to him. So all my bloggers them, good morning to now. I appreciate you now. Lemas World, good morning to you once more. Tasmo, I appreciate you. Thank you, me there. I want to close now my session. Let's not make this political, but let's family for solving issues there. And I know say, we know they import what we call YABAS. So I know we stop them political activities there. Let's release the product, people in the suffer there. Let's stop them shenanigans there. They are with the big one. We're not stay blessed.